Hello and welcome to Loveday Bakes. If you're new here, I'm Harry. Nice to meet you. I'm a pastry chef. I like to try new things. We get silly here. We get silly with ingredients. We're making things up as we go along. That's the channel. That's this crazy ride we're all on. And if you're a returning viewer, you already knew all that. Today, it's a little bit of a special one. It's not just something I've thought up, not something that I've been dreaming about, not something Meg wanted to eat. No, today it's a suggestion from one of yous. We got a viewer suggestion, which warms my heart because you have been listening to me. This is me going, please leave your suggestions in the comments below. Well, Fidel Castoroni, if I've said your name wrong, I'm so sorry. You have suggested a Malva pudding. Or have you tried the Malva pudding? No. It's been 2 months, but we're doing it now, okay? Better late than never. I stand to my promises. Maybe 2 months later, we're making it today. And if you've never heard of a Malva pudding, neither have I. It is a South African dessert. It is a sponge cooked with apricot jam, a syrup poured over it once it comes out of the oven. It is served, as Fidel suggested, with custard. That is what we're going to be making today. In my own research, scouring the net, looking for recipes to take inspiration from, I noticed one thing. It reminds me a lot of a traditional British sticky toffee pudding. If you haven't heard of sticky toffee pudding, you've never fucking lived, mate. Go to any pub in the UK, there's a sticky toffee pudding. I think I've made sticky toffee pudding 1,000 times. I'm not exaggerating. It's a classic. It's basically a sponge that is made with dates and spices, baked so it's like really ooey gooey, and it's served with a butterscotch sauce. Delicious. Everyone loves it in the UK, can't get enough of it. And I noticed the similarities between the recipes. So rather than doing an exact replica, I have to say, put my hands up, I'm doing an interpretation. I'm using my own pastry chef ways, and I'm gonna make something a bit new, but inspired by. I'm keeping it as close as possible. Basically, I wanted more of that apricot in. All the recipes I've seen, it's 1 tablespoon of jam in that sponge. I want more apricot in that sponge. I'm going to be making almost like a jammy paste with the dried apricots rather than using jam. More like you would with dates in a sticky toffee pudding. And for the custard, we have, as you well know, as you may know, a wonderful garden. We have a fig tree with figs that are not yet ripe. However, plenty of leaves on that fucker. And if there's something you should know about a fig leaf, delicious flavour when infused in oils or creams and custards. So that's what we're going to do with those leaves. Add a little extra flavour, which I feel like will complement the apricots in a really lovely way. That's the plan. It's my interpretation of a Malva pudding. As I've never had one before, this will be my only way of knowing. Okay, I'm not a South African. We're not in South Africa. It's not going to be accurate, but I'm paying homage to it. Try my best. We're going to be doing more suggestions in the future. Hold JChan5791. Maybe keep your eye out for some macarons in the future. Maybe 2 months in the future, but it'll come. Anyway, let's head to the garden. Let's get some fig leaves. Welcome to the fig tree. If you can see, we do have figs, but they are not yet ripe. They're getting there though, and there's fucking loads of them. So maybe, hey, figgy pudding, maybe a little fig roll. We'll see. We'll see when they're ripe. Let's get our leaves. How many do you think we need? That one's got bird shit on it, so we're not getting that one. Let's get this one. Shing. I'm gonna get 4. 4 feels like a good number. That's generous. He's like, no, Eve, no, it's this leaf. In reality, it's this one, isn't it? That's the leaf. Beautiful leaves. Oh, that's a corrosive. Is it? Yeah. Fuck. Okay, we got our leaves. Sexy leaves. I'm just gonna give them a wash. We got a new sink. Look at them, beautiful specimens. And now we want to slightly toast them to enhance some of that flavour. You can do this 2 ways. Both ways involve fire. Okay, May, you want to come over here? I'm a trained professional, okay? Just kind of want to... Okay, maybe don't use your hands. Try not to set them on fire. I'm just kind of shriveling it. I've seen people do this, Meg, okay? She doesn't trust me.
I totally trust that.
No, you don't. In. Okay, I keep setting them on fire, don't do that. You could also use a blowtorch, that's the other way. I don't trust myself with that. You're probably thinking, what the hell, is that even gonna taste good? Yeah, well actually. I've seen people do this with pandan leaves. I'll be honest, I'm hoping this just works. In. I'll see you once they're all toasted. Done! We've got a pan full of leaves, baby. We're gonna be using not just any milk. This is a very special milk. Hopefully everyone from the UK knows of this milk. Jersey cows, oh yes. The best of all the milks. I remember as a kid, it would have a little cap of cream, and whoever got the first sip got that sweet wedge of cream. Oh, basically the best milk you could get from the best cows. They are the best cows. There's 1 litre here. Fuck it, I'm doing the whole thing. Okay? Is there such a thing as too much milk? Too much custard? No. So when we infuse it, it will lose a little bit, but come home from school, have a glass of milk, and like 5 to 10 digestive biscuits. That's the milk you want to dip in. None of that semi-skimmed bullshit. Jersey cow, okay? That's only on special occasions though. We want to bring this to a simmer, and then we're going to wrap it with cling film, then let this infuse whilst the sponge is baking. And by the time the sponge is out of the oven, we will then make our custard. Set this to the side. I'm going to leave it on 7. We are making this South African sponge with... No! Guess I'm the fly queen. What can I say? They love me. They love my stink. Let me move all this. I got a bigger sink to throw stuff in now. What was I saying? Yeah, we're making the South African sponge with Turkish apricots and Colombian sugar, so. And I'm British. And actually, I haven't mentioned this yet, Somerset cider. Burning those leaves has made me feel fucking loopy. That fly's gonna fuck me off. Okay, at work, I make my sticky toffee pudding with basically Guinness. It's not actually Guinness that we use something called Blackgates, which is from Bristol Beer Factory. Shout out if you know. I used to work next to Bristol Beer Factory actually, and sometimes it was when I was at Marks Bread, I'd be making bread, I'd be baking something. You could smell the hops in the air. It was wonderful. We used Bristol Beer Factory Guinness essentially to boil the dates in. That's what we make our mixture out of. But I feel like Guinness is a bit too strong of a flavour for this whole situation, because it's not like I'm using lots of spices like I am in the sticky toffee pudding. I thought cider, and this is the only cider we have. We don't drink much in this household. Okay, they don't drink much in this household, I do. Me and Mum are the problem, we're the problem. Everyone else is on the 0 alcohol, but I don't drink beer, I don't drink cider, so that's not my business. Ching! Oh yes, crisp. It's not very nice. To be fair, I don't actually like cider. We're almost there with our milk. I can't fucking open this bag! What the hell? Okay, brute force. Oh my god, these are black.
What?
I've never seen a black dried apricot before. Maybe it's because they're organic. It's delicious. We need 170 grams. This is done, I think. Okay, lovely. We don't want to boil it because if you boil milk, it fucking goes everywhere. This is the way I infuse everything. Bring it to a simmer, turn it off, and then take some cling film. I just watched a whole thing about someone talking about how single-use plastic is killing the world. I was like, so true. I'm part of the problem. It'll dome, and then by the time that dome goes down, that's how we know the infusion has taken place. 170 grams apricots. It's not actually that much. I'm not making a lot. 250 ml of cider. So 250 ml of cider from Somerset. We're gonna put this on the hob, and we're gonna put it on 5. I'm just gonna cook that until it's syrupy. It's gonna cook into like a nice little jam situation. While that's happening, we can weigh everything else up. I genuinely don't know why these are black. I mean, they are nice. I still don't like it. It'll be delicious in this. 175 grams of plain flour. This is based off a sticky toffee pudding that I made at work. And I've been told it's the best sticky toffee pudding some people have eaten their whole lives. So, at the moment I'm making it with marrow. I'm shredding them up and putting them in the cake, and it's even stickier and even better. And rather than dates, I've been making it with prunes. Hey, helping people shit one cake at a time. 1¼ teaspoon of bicarbonate. Something to note, when you use bicarbonate of soda in sponges like this, it's not the kind of sponge you want hanging around. You want to whip her up and stick her in. 1¼ teaspoon. Usually I put a lot of spices in this. As I've mentioned, we want to just let the apricot flavours sing. It's not in Malva pudding traditionally, so I'm not going to. I'm being a good girl. As much as I'm fucking around with everything else. 1/4 teaspoon, 1/4 portion of baking powder and salt. From my memory, I'm just going to do 1/4 for ease of this recipe. So that's our dry. We're not making a crazy amount. 8 by 8 inch pan, and it's been through a lot. This pan's been through the ringer. James Martin, I'm sorry. I've really abused your kitchenware. As I mentioned earlier, we're using Panela sugar. Apricot cam.
Oh, it smells so nice.
It does, doesn't it? It's just breaking down, well, most of the liquid. Oh! I'm sorry. Hey, if you're in the kitchen, you're gonna get splashed. We're gonna reduce most of this liquid and it will kind of turn into a nice jammy consistency, which we will blend with an immersion blender because I don't love chunks of date or apricot in my sponge. I find it funny when they put nutritional facts on sugar. It's like, yeah, it's bad for you. A sip of tea. Tea bag's still in there. Something about this Malva pudding gets you really silly. Is it everywhere? No, we're alright. Ooh, plastic. What's the point of wrapping it in this eco paper if you're also using plastic? Okay, that's what I have to say about that. Don't forget about this guy. We kind of just want to reduce that liquid by half so we can blend it to a nice paste. I'm going to do 100 grams of this, I wrote Panela sugar. Panela sugar. If you don't have this, you can just swap it out with brown sugar. I'm sure that'll work fine. 1:1. Should just crumble. I've used something similar to this before. It was called jaggery. I think it's a similar substance. Meg, Google that. I bet Fidel's watching this like, what the fuck are you doing? This is not right. I'm making it up. It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna taste real nice. It's almost there, you know? They're like breaking up quite nicely.
It smells like apricot.
Just gonna turn that down to like 4 while I fucking hack at this. God, sorry. My phone's popping off. BTS is doing a live stream, so you know.
You're outing yourself.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, fucking hell, 6 more grams. It is fucking delicious though. I might put a little bit in my tea. Save that for later, because we're gonna hack at that again. But not now. Cast sugar. In all the recipes I've seen, they do just use cast sugar. But I wanted that little bit of flavour from the Panela. 65 grams of cast sugar in. We're going to be using 45 grams of butter. Ah, that's 48. If it's a family pudding and we're just going to be scooping it out the thing, I'm not going to line it, okay? If you take a bit of butter and put it on a bit of kitchen roll and then wipe it around, it's a waste of butter. Just do this. And then...
So you want to use your hands.
Okay, switch it off. That's done. When you do line your tins with butter, you get some of that nice butter flavour into the sponge as well. Every time I use an oil spray, it's because I'm sticking paper down. But if I'm not using paper, just use your hands, you know? Just helps with a little bit of stickage. We're just going to be scooping it out of the tin anyway, so ain't no problem there. Boom, done. That's all we need. We're ready to go. Get our little mixture. Look at that. See, they've cooked down nicely. We're just going to blend these into a paste, and then we're going to go in here and blend that together. It's super simple. I'm not going to hit the camera. She doesn't trust me, so she's turning the camera off. Welcome back. we have just blended. So as you can see, we've now got a nice paste with our cider and apricots. It's not too thick. Still got some of that nice moisture in there. You haven't cooked it to shit. I was hoping this would be a golden color, but our apricots were brown. So I'm just gonna go straight in. Doesn't really matter. We kind of want our butter to melt, so just pop that straight into that mixture there. I usually just blend this together as well, which will help with how chunky our Panela sugar is. Meg, I promise this won't spray on the camera. Okay, happy with that. Like I've gotten all the Panela sugar lumps out. The butter and the sugar would have cooled down the apricot mixture, which is perfect because we're about to add our eggs in. There still are quite a few little lumps in there. Do I want to blend it some more? I'm gonna blend it again. I'm much happier with that. Wasn't quite as smooth as I would have liked. I need 2 eggs. Now, I splashed out for this. Went for the rich yolks, didn't I? Because we're gonna be making a custard, and there's one thing about custard. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, definitely. You want a nice good yolk in your custard if you want a nice good color. And look at these yolks. Ah, look at that color, baby. 2 uffs. Sort that later. Just whisk our eggs in. Beautiful. Still is a little couple chunks, but I'm not worried about that. I've got my oven preheated to around 160 degrees Celsius. Just make sure you sieve your dry ingredients in, just in case there are any lumps. I just want to whisk. That's apricot color. No, this is perfect size tin. I never doubted myself for a second. Okay, no palette knives here. I don't need to get fancy. Just smooth it out so it's nice and even. Oh, fuck, don't do that. If it does this look right? Okay, you know what? That's good enough for me. I'm gonna put this in the oven. I'm gonna check it after 20 minutes, but I'm thinking it's gonna need like anywhere from 30, 35, 40. We'll see. In we go. Do good things. I love you. I'll see you in 20 minutes. And we're back. We still got about like 10 minutes-ish left on the oven, but I want to get the sauce ready for when it comes out so I can pour it straight over, as that is what I've been told you're supposed to do. Sticky toffee pudding, usually you have the sauce and you do pour it over, but it's after it's come out of the oven and you kind of serve it, you plate it with the sauce. This, however, you pour straight on once it's out of the oven, which I like the idea of. 60 grams of sugar. Ah. Do I want to use all cane sugar or should I use some brown sugar? All right, we're gonna do half because I can't be able to cut it all. 30 grams of that. 30 grams of a dark brown sugar. There we go. So 60 grams of sugar total. Then we want 30 grams of butter. A bit more. And 125 grams of double cream. 125. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little pinch of salt because I've got a problem. And we're gonna cook this on like a medium, melt it all together, and then we're just gonna let it kind of boil a little bit. In the meantime, you see this is dented in. That's how you know she's infused. Bring her over here. That was a litre bottle. I don't know what that is in American. I'm thinking, because in the infusion, tastes like figgies, fig leaf. It's a delightful flavour. I don't know how to describe it. It's unique. And that toasting is come through. It's almost like toasted coconut. It's so delicious. I love fig leaf. I'm guessing I'm gonna have like 900 left because you do lose some when you infuse. So just gonna strain it. Ooh, leafage. Oh, 950. Forgot about this. Whoa, whoa, Nelly. Beautiful. Okay, Keep letting that tick away. And turn that down a bit more. I'm just going to take out 60 grams because I got slightly too much milk. There we go. We're going to warm this up again. I want to bring it to a simmer. Oh yes. I mean, that is giving sticky toffee sauce, very much so. Still got a chunk of sugar. It's dissolving there. That'll be ready to pour over the sponge. Custard for dummies is literally milk, egg, sugar. Even simpler, milk, egg yolk, sugar. That is what you would call a creme anglaise. And if you want a more stable custard, you could add cornstarch, which is what we're doing today. Cornstarch, cornflour. You can add cornflour, which helps to thicken. You're less likely to split your custard. That sauce is ready. We are going to need around 80 grams of yolk. If you never separated eggs, this is the easiest way. Always break your egg on a flat surface. And then you just want to pass the yolk back and forth. And then bloop. Simple. There's always a little bit that doesn't want to go. Usually your egg is about 50 grams, that's an average egg. 20 grams of that is yolk, 30 grams of that is your white, but obviously that differs. So anywhere I'd say from 4 to 5 yolks would be great for your custard. I'm using 5. It's not going to be too eggy, don't worry about it. Serving time. Smelling incredible. Ooh! 20 minutes on the money. It's nice, spongy. Good way to tell if your sponge is done, if it starts releasing from the edges, and if you're getting a good bounce. This is kind of like tres leches cake. I'm really poking these holes in, right? And now, because the sponge is nice and hot, it's gonna absorb all of that goodness. And we're just gonna let that cool down slightly while we finish making our custard. Absorb, my precious. To your yolk, I'm gonna do 80 grams of sugar. I don't like having too sweet of a custard. And a little pinch of salt, for everything, you know that. Cornflour, ta-da! I'm going to do 35 grams. If you're from the UK, you know what Bird's custard powder is. And Bird's custard powder is literally cornflour, milk powder, food colouring. I think. I can fact check that. I think we have a jar of it. Okay, and then you just want to whisk it to a paste. Look at that colour! That whisk is too big for that bowl. Take our hot milk, and you're going to do something called tempering, which is if you pour all this in here now, you risk the chance of curdling your eggs. So you want to put a splash at a time, basically. You're basically tempering your yolks, is making it so they're not going to curdle. You're making them heat safe. A little bit at a time. I chose the smallest bowl. Oh god, that's the milk skin. It's because it's full fat. Okay, don't worry about it. Sploosh. Once half of your milk is in, like at this point, you could just kind of pour it back into your pan, just like that. I like to just do a little. See if you want to add any more sugar or vanilla, but I'm happy with that. The fig flavour is really nice, and it's not too sweet because you don't want sweet custard because you've got sweet sponge. Medium heat, and you are chained to this pan. You want to keep whisking, making sure you're getting all the corners of the pan, and you just want to consistently whisk until it thickens. you will start to feel the pull on your whisk as it starts to heat and thicken. So you'll know when it's done. Meg, you're missing it. It's starting to look a bit more like custard. God, I'm getting a hand cramp. You want to make sure, especially if you're cooking this for anyone that's pregnant, you want to cook this egg out. So you want to take it to 83 degrees to make sure that all the egg is cooked out. That's why I take everything with egg when I'm at work, to make sure pregnant women can eat it. Let's have a look at this temp. 83. 83. Beautiful. And because you've also got that cornflour in, that's another reason you want to make sure you've cooked it out. You don't want that cornfloury taste to it. That is literally the thickest possible custard, I'd say. But that's the best way. Okay, custard off. That's the business. I want my custard to have its own body. Okay, maybe I could have done a little less cornflour, I'll be honest. I went a bit crazy. I'm not mad about it. We love a thick custard. She's cooled down somewhat, but still hot. Oh yes. You know what it reminds me of in the best way? Like a school dinner.
Yeah.
Sort of pudding you'd get at an English school.
That's a compliment. Super school dinner.
I used to write cards and letters for my dinner ladies. I wanted to be a dinner lady when I was a kid. Still could. Okay. Custard time. Oh my. Our Malva pudding. Perfect time of year for a hot pudding like this. Okay. Are you ready, Meg? I want to get a bit of everything. Okay. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm very happy. That is so lush. It is very, maybe because I kind of made it like a sticky toffee pudding, but it is giving sticky toffee. The sponge is so rich and caramelly, and you got that nice little bit of fruitiness from the apricots. Oh, and the custard. That is. Try.
Oh my god.
That is like ideal winter pudding. That's fucking so nice. Ultimate winter comfort food. Sauce and the custard is perfect. Okay, I take back what I said. It's not too thick, and don't change it. That is the thickness of custard. That is proper English thickness of custard. The fig leaf just comes through so delicately, but it just complements it all so beautifully. If you're an a la mode kind of gal, having that with some ice cream, that would be sensational. But I am a custard girl through and through, and that fig leaf custard is just unreal. I think a success all around. We're going to warm this up later to have for pudding with our dinner. It's crazy that this is in South Africa. Is it ever cold there? Fidel, I can't believe I didn't know about this sooner. Thank you for opening my eyes to Malva pudding, because it is sensational. This is up there with sticky toffee pudding, and that is a big compliment. If you want to try making it at home, please use my recipe. Although, Fidel, you have to tell me, is it accurate? Is this the Malva pudding of your childhood, or is it not? If it's not, I made something delicious anyway, but it is inspired by, and I did want to pay homage to, Malva pudding, and I hope I did it some justice. Let me know in the comments. Hey, if there's anything from your hometowns, from your countries that you want me to make, let me know. I love learning about new things and trying to make them in my own special way, bringing your culture to me. Let me know, type something in the comment or DM me on Instagram at Loveday Bakes. It's all in the link tree. Check out some of our other videos. See you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. I appreciate any comments you give as well. It warms my heart. I love seeing it. Bye.